Hello and welcome to Deutschland Explained. In this video, I will introduce you to the questions and the correct answers of the test Leben in Deutschland. And for better understanding, I grouped certain questions and worded some questions differently. I tried to keep everything as short and clear as possible. And if you need any background information, I recommend to watch my other explanatory videos that I have in my description box. There you will also find the videos for the different states that you will also need to pass this test, and all videos you can find either in English or in German. If you have any questions or recommendations, just email me. And of course, if you want to support this channel, hit the subscribe button. Let's go. People in Germany are allowed to say something openly against the government because we have freedom of speech. Until the child turns 14, parents in Germany can decide whether or not the child attends this class in school. Religion. Germany is a state of law. What does that mean? It means that all residents and the state have to obey law. Elections in Germany are free. What does that mean? It means that nobody is allowed to influence or force a voter to go vote or do not vote or vote for a certain person or party. What is the German constitution called? Grundgesetz. Which basic right in Germany does only apply to foreigners? The right to asylum. Is it possible to abolish the freedom of press? No, the freedom of press is a basic right, it cannot be abolished. In the parliament, the term opposition means all representatives that do not belong to the government party or the government parties. What does the Grundgesetz forbid? For example, torture, death penalty, corporal punishment, forced labor, and discrimination. What basic right is guaranteed in Article 1 of the Grundgesetz? Human dignity is untouchable. What does the term Freizügigkeit mean? Everybody can freely choose where to live. A party wants to install a dictatorship in Germany. That party is unconstitutional. How does the coat of arms of Germany look like? It is a black eagle with a red beak and red talons on yellow ground. Germany is It is a democratic and social federal state and a republic. most employed people in Germany are working for? A company or an authority. How many states does Germany have? 16. Who elects representatives in the Bundestag? The people. What animal is the heraldic animal of Germany? The eagle, called Bundesadler. The cooperation of parties to build a government is called? Coalition. What are state powers in Germany? The executive, the judicial, and the legislative power. How are the social insurances in Germany financed? With social security contributions. What are most of the heads of the states called in Germany? Ministerpräsidentin or Ministerpräsident. Does each state have its own government? Yes. Does the health insurance create social security in Germany? Yes. What are the first words of the German national anthem? Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit. Why does a democracy have more than one party? To represent the different opinions of the citizens and residents. Who makes new laws in Germany? The parliament. When is it possible in Germany to ban a party? If the party fights the constitution. Who is not elected directly by the German citizens? The President of Germany. What group of insurances does the care insurance belong to? The social insurances. Does the German state build streets and schools? Yes. Does the German state pay for vacation trips for all citizens? No. Is the Bürgerversammlung a constitutional organ of Germany? No. Who is in Germany responsible for school policy? The states. What is the economic system in Germany? Social market economy. Is it legal in a democracy for a private police to arrest people without any reason? No. The term Volkssouveränität means that the source of all governmental power is the people. Does the Ordnungsamt belong to the Gemeindeverwaltung? Yes. Who is mostly elected to be the president of the German Bundestag? A representative of the fraction with most seats in the Bundestag. Who appoints the ministers of the federal government? The President of Germany. Which parties merged in 2007 to the political party Die Linke? The PDS and the WASG. The Bundestag and the Bundesrat belong to which power? The legislative power. What are the elections for a state parliament called? Landtagswahl. Do courts belong to the executive power? No. Germany is structured in which three administrative levels? The federal level, the state level, and the local level. Does the Bundestag build the federal government? No. Who wrote the text to Germany's national anthem? Heinrich Hoffmann von Fallersleben. Why does the state control the school system? Because it is the state's constitutional obligation. Germany is structured in three administrative levels. What is the name of the lowest political level? Gemeinden. Does the President of Germany propose the Chancellor for election? Yes. In what city does the Chancellor spend most of his or her time? In Berlin, because his office, the Bundeskanzleramt, and the Bundestag are there. What is the name of the current German Chancellor? Olaf Scholz. Which are the two biggest factions in the Bundestag at the moment? SPD and CDU-CSU. What is the parliament for whole Germany called? Bundestag. What is the name of the current president of Germany? Frank-Walter Steinmeier. What does the abbreviation CDU stand for? Christian Democratic Union. What does the abbreviation CSU stand for? Christian Social Union. What does the abbreviation SPD stand for? Social Democratic Party of Germany. What does the abbreviation FDP stand for? Free Democratic Party. Which court is responsible for the interpretation of the German Constitution? Das Bundesverfassungsgericht. Who elects the German Chancellor? The Bundestag. Who is the head of the federal government? The Chancellor of Germany. What is the main task of the President of Germany? He or she represents the country. The Bundesrat consists of representatives of all state governments. Who elects the President of Germany? The Bundesversammlung. What is the task of the parliamentary opposition in the Bundestag? To control the federal government. How do you call the cooperation of a party in the parliament? Faction. Through which constitutional organ do the states participate in the lawmaking process? The Bundesrat. A change in the government of a state can have an effect on the federal politics. The ruling gets more difficult if the majority in the Bundesrat is changed. What is the Bundeswehr? The Army of Germany. The more votes a party gets at the Bundestagswahl, the more seats the party gets in the Bundestag. What is the legal age to vote for the German Bundestag? "18 years. Are most children in Germany obligated to go to school? Yes. From the age of 16 on, what does every citizen must have? An ID card. Do people that are employed in Germany automatically pay towards the social insurances? Yes. If representatives in the Bundestag change the faction, the government can lose its majority. Who pays for the social insurances? The employers and the employees. Does a life insurance belong to the statutory social insurances? No. Labor unions are interest groups of the employees. What honor can you get when you provide a special service for the country? You can get the Bundesverdienstkreuz. What is meant by the term Ampelkoalition? The cooperation of the parties SPD, FDP and Bündnis 90 Die Grünen in a government. Their colors are red, yellow and green like in a traffic light. Is it legal to lay off a woman that is going to have a child? No. What do electoral assistants do? They count the votes after the end of the election. How often is the Bundestag elected? Every 4 years. Eligible to vote for the Bundestag is everybody that is a German citizen and at least 18 years old. Elections in Germany are general, direct, free, equal, and secret. Elections are won by the party that gets the most votes. To participate in democratic elections is a right. What does the term aktives Wahlrecht mean? You are eligible to vote. How many percent of votes does a party at least need to be elected to the German Bundestag? 5%. The electoral system in Germany is a combination of a majority and a proportional representation. The Bundestagswahl is the election of the parliament for whole Germany. One function of regular elections in a democracy is to enforce the change of the government based on the will of the voters' majority. What do people that are eligible to vote receive before the election? An election notification from the local government. Why do we have the 5% Hürde in Germany? Because the existence of many small parties in the parliament make it hard to build a government. Parliamentary representatives that have been elected by the citizens are called Abgeordnete. How many votes can be cast at a Bundestagswahl by each voter? One Erststimme and one Zweitstimme. A mayor is the head of a municipality. What does it mean to work for an Ehrenamt in Germany? They work voluntarily and without pay for social clubs and associations. Is postal voting allowed for Bundestags- and Landtagswahlen in Germany? Yes. Someone wants to get rid of the bus line that you have to use every day to get to work. What can you do? You can join a citizens' initiative to keep the bus line, or you can found your own initiative. Can you go to the labor court if you think your dismissal was unrightful? Yes, it is called Kündigungsschutzklage. If someone committed a crime and is being charged for it, is there going to be a lawsuit? Yes. What does a lay judge do? He or she decides together with the professional judges about guilt and penalty. Who gives you legal advice and represents you in court? A lawyer. What does a judge do? He or she works at a court and makes judgments. Judges belong to which power? The judicial power. What is a lawsuit called in German? Der Prozess. What is a task of police? To monitor compliance with laws. Who can be a lay judge in Germany? Any German citizen who is older than 24 years and younger than 70 years. What is a Schöffe? A lay judge. Who built the wall in Berlin? The German Democratic Republic. In what time period were the National Socialists with Adolf Hitler in charge? (1933 to 1945). What happened on May 8, 1945? World War II ended in Europe. What did the National Socialists with Adolf Hitler install in Germany? A dictatorship. Were there free elections in the Third Reich? No. Which war lasted from 1939 to 1945? World War II. Was statutory racism a characteristic of the National Socialist state? Yes. Klaus Schenk, Graf von Stauffenberg, became famous for the assault on Adolf Hitler on July 20th, 1944. When did National Socialists in Germany destroy synagogues and Jewish stores? On November 9th, 1938. What was the name of the first German chancellor? Konrad Adenauer. We are the people. Did people shout on what demonstrations? At the so-called Montagsdemonstrationen in 1989 in the German Democratic Republic. Which countries were called Alliierte Besatzungsmächte? The United States of America, the Soviet Union, Great Britain, and France. When was the Federal Republic of Germany founded? on May 23, 1949. During the time of the National Socialists, were other parties forbidden? Yes. What does social market economy mean? The economy is based on the rules of supply and demand, but the state actively fights social injustice. The German Democratic Republic was founded in which occupation zone? In the Soviet occupation zone. Is the Federal Republic of Germany a founding member of the European Union? Yes. When was the German Democratic Republic founded? On October 7, 1949. How many occupation zones existed in Germany after World War II? Four. How were the occupation zones after 1945 distributed? Great Britain in the northwest, France in the southwest, the Soviet Union in the northeast, and the United States of America in the southeast. Which German city was divided into 4 sectors after World War II? Berlin. What was the reason for the Luftbrücke in West Berlin? The Soviet Union suspended all traffic on the ground. How did World War II end in Europe? By the unconditional surrender of Germany. What did Willy Brandt's kneeling 1970 in Warsaw mean? He asked Poland and the Polish Jews for forgiveness. Which parties were forcefully merged to the SED in 1946? The KPD and the SPD. When was the Wirtschaftswunder in the Federal Republic of Germany? In the 1950s. What was the Stunde Null? With that term, the people meant the end of World War II and the beginning of the Reconstruction. What was the Iron Curtain? The isolation of the states of the Warsaw Pact against the West. When was a famous uprising in the German Democratic Republic? On June 17, 1953. How did the flag of the German Democratic Republic look like? Black, red and gold, with the coat of arms of the German Democratic Republic in the middle. When was the wall in Berlin built? (1961). What does the abbreviation DDR stand for? Deutsche Demokratische Republik. When was the wall in Berlin opened for everyone? (1989). Which states belonged to the German Democratic Republic? Brandenburg, Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, Sachsen, Sachsen-Anhalt, and Thüringen. What do people celebrate in Germany on October 3rd? The Day of the German Unity. Why is the time period in fall 1989 called Die Wende? Because during this time, the German Democratic Republic politically changed from a dictatorship to a democracy. What was the Stasi in the German Democratic Republic? The Ministerium für Staatssicherheit, the intelligence of the German Democratic Republic. The German Democratic Republic during the Cold War crisis belonged to which faction? The Warsaw Pact. What was the economical system of the German Democratic Republic? Planned economy. How did West and East Germany eventually merge to one German state? Today's 5 easternmost states joined the Federal Republic of Germany. With joining the Federal Republic of Germany, the states of the German Democratic Republic now also belong to what organization? The European Union. What did the word Montagsdemonstration mean in the year 1989? There were demonstrations against the regime of the German Democratic Republic every Monday. Which politician is known for the Ostverträge? Willy Brandt. How many residents does Germany have? More than 84 million. Who is known as the Chancellor of Unity? Helmut Kohl. What symbol can you see in the German Bundestag? The Bundesadler. The German Democratic Republic existed in what time period? 1949 to 1990. In what year did the Federal Republic of Germany get today's borders? (1990). Who is remembered in Germany on January 27th? The victims of National Socialism. What is the Schengen Agreement? Citizens of the member states can travel into many countries of Europe without having to pass a border control. What are the neighboring countries of Germany? Belgium, Denmark, France, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Austria, Poland, Switzerland, and Czechia. How does the flag of the European Union look like? A circle of 12 golden stars on a blue ground. In which countries do many people speak German? Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. How often is the European Parliament elected? Every 5 years. What is the unity of the German Democratic Republic and the Federal Republic of Germany in the year 1990 in general called? Deutsche Wiedervereinigung. What does the term European integration stand for? The union of European states to the European Union. Who is elected in the Europawahl? The representatives of the European Parliament. Where is the headquarters of the European Parliament? In Strasbourg, France, but they also work in Luxembourg and in Brussels in Belgium. What is a main goal of the European Union? Peace and security in the countries of the European Union. How many member states does the European Union have? (27). What were the Roman contracts? The foundation of the European Economic Community, the predecessor of the European Union. Since when do people pay with euros in Germany? Since 2002. Where can you get Elterngeld? You submit an application at the Elterngeldstelle. Who decides whether or not a child goes to kindergarten? The parents or the legal guardians? When can you demonstrate? When the demonstration is registered. What school qualification do you normally need to study at a university? Abitur. Are adults allowed to live together with minors as a couple? No. What is the legal age in Germany? 18 years. What is the legal protection for pregnant women before and after birth called in German? Mutterschutz. Who raises children in Germany? The parents or the legal guardians? In Germany, you have the best chances of getting a well-paid job if you are well qualified. Is it allowed to hit children? No, that is a crime in Germany. Is it allowed to be married to multiple people at the same time? No. Where do you have to get registered when you move within Germany? At the Einwohnermeldeamt. What does year of separation mean when you want to get divorced? Both spouses live separate from each other for at least 1 year. Then the divorce can be executed. Where can you get help raising your children? At the Jugendamt. What do you need in any case if you want to open a restaurant? The permission to sell alcohol. Where can you get your Abitur as an adult person? At the Abendgymnasium. Can the Jugendamt take a child out of a family if it is beaten or if it has to starve? Yes. What does the Berufsinformationszentrum help with? To find an apprenticeship. Is it allowed to disadvantage someone because of his disability? No. Is it allowed to punish people over 14 years if they commit a crime? Yes. For what occasion do people wear costumes and masks? At the Rosenmontag. Where do you have to go first if you want to get married? To the Standesamt. When does the statutory night rest period begin? At 10 p.m. Are parents allowed to tell their adult children what to do? No. Do you have to take the driving license test in German? No. For the theoretical exam, you have more than 10 languages to choose from. What can children claim from the age of 3 until their school enrollment? They have the right to attend kindergarten. What are Volkshochschulen for? Further education and further qualification. For what occasion do people in Germany decorate fir trees? For Christmas. Is it allowed to open a letter to a different person on purpose? No, that violates the confidentiality of letters. Do you need legal support by a lawyer if you want to file for divorce? Yes. Is it legal to be treated badly by an authority? No, you can complain about that to the head of the authority or to the superior authority. Is it legal to reject a job applicant because she is a mother? No. Is it legal to reject a job applicant because he or she is disabled and needs a wheelchair? No. What is a Hausordnung? It is a set of rules by the landowner that all residents and visitors have to follow. What do you do if you got a wrong tax notice? You file an Einspruch. What Ehrenamt can you not reject? Electoral assistant. What do you do if you got a wrong bill from an authority? You file for an Widerspruch. Should adults continue learning even after their apprenticeship? Yes. Do employees have to pay sales tax? No, only self-employed people have to pay sales tax. Who can employees turn to if they have problems with their employer? They can get help at the Works Council. What do you have to pay attention to if you want to quit? The notice period. Where do you have to register your dog? At the local administration. You bought a television that does not work. What can you do? Complain about the television in the store. Why do you have to enter your religion in the tax declaration? Because the church tax is calculated based on your income tax. What does religious tolerance mean? Everyone can believe what they want. When do people paint eggs? For Easter. What is Pfingsten? A Christian holiday. Which religion influenced German and European culture the most? Christianity. The last 4 weeks before Christmas are called Advent season. From which country did most migrants come to Germany? Turkey. Most migrants that lived in the German Democratic Republic came from which countries? Vietnam, Poland, and Mozambique. What does the term Gastarbeiter stand for? That was the term for foreign employees that were recruited by the Federal Republic of Germany in the 1950s and 1960s. From which country did the first Gastarbeiter come to the Federal Republic of Germany? From Italy. I know, that was a very long video. You can also find this video separated into 4 shorter parts in the description box. I hope this video was beneficial to you, and I hope you'll pass the test with flying colors. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!